Matthew 6 and the 14th verse. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope you're feeling better than yesterday. So, leaving off where we left off at, we're picking up where we left off at. Okay, so, forgiveness. Forgiveness is hard, but we must all learn to forgive. Not being able to forgive will hold you down. It's like it will anchor you down, chain you down to your very soul down. It changes who you are. It changes your attitude. It changes your smile. It changes who you're supposed to be for the Lord, for yourself. Forgiveness. It opens your heart, makes you see straight, makes you see the light. It's beautiful when you learn to forgive. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about more in depth about the situation with my mother. I carried such a load in my heart. It held me down. It kept me from seeing past what I was dealing with. I couldn't think. And I was just angry, sad, frustrated. I had a lot of anger. And then I was sad all the time. But then I came to an understanding that my mother may not have been knowledgeable about breast cancer. So if no one taught her how to check yourself properly, then how was she to pass that on to her daughters, her sister, her family, to anyone? She couldn't, because she wasn't knowledgeable herself. So when I thought about that, I said it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. She didn't know any better. Yeah, she was a grown woman, but there's a lot of people in this world, including myself, that did not know how to check yourself for lumps, or what lumps really meant. When I was young, I was only told that lumps meant, it was dealing with your period. So you just press them out and go on about your day. I had to forgive. And now I am in a better place. I have forgiven my mother. I truly, truly, deeply love my mother with all my heart. I have no ill will toward her at all. I had to learn to forgive, and I have, and I'm thankful. I'm so very thankful for that, because even that experience has made me a better person. It really has. She gave us advice on what she knew. She gave us advice on what she understood. It was the wrong advice, but she did the best she could do with what knowledge she had. That's all she could do. So, I am thankful. I'm still thankful for everything that I went through. All the bad. Because with all the bad came a whole lot of good. A whole lot of inspiration. And a whole lot of strength. And a whole lot of love from the Lord and everyone around me. I am very thankful. I got news of a woman in my area. She was the same age I was. Same amount of kids. She was also married. And she started to feel ill one day, very weak. She went to the doctor's office. She got checked, ran scans, and then found out the doctor gave her a few months to live. That was hard. Very hard, considering at that time I did not know what stage I was. So I was still waiting on my own what was going on with me. That was hard. It was very hard to get through, knowing that maybe it was just your time to go. To hear that put me in a whole nother place of mind. I just didn't want to feel that way. And then on top of that, the news about, with the understanding of what I've been told for years was not true. I wouldn't say it was a lie because it was her truth. It was what she understood as the truth. And she passed it along to her daughters. And I just totally gave myself to the Lord. And I said I forgive my mother because she just didn't know. She didn't know. I did, however, got to talk to my mom about that after I was diagnosed with breast cancer one day after church. And I told her, I said, you remember when you told us that when we have a lump in our breast, we need to squeeze it out? She's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. I said, Mama, that's what I was doing, but it was not the right advice. And she's like, she did apologize. She said, well, I'm sorry. That's what I thought was the right thing to do, was just to rub it out. I said, no. I said, you had me rubbing out a cancer lump. And she said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's what I knew to be right. I'm sorry. And with that, that book was closed. That chapter was closed. I no longer felt angry. I no longer felt over sadness, depressed about that situation. I was ready to move on, and I did from that moment. I love my mother to pieces. Love her to pieces. But I am thankful to have gone through that experience. I bought this pen today. It's so very beautiful. This light does not give it justice. Let me turn off the light. It still don't give it justice. But it is a pretty, I don't know what color it is. I would say holographic, but it's not. It goes from pink to purple to aqua, green, blue, lavender to pink again. It's very, very beautiful. I saw this in the store and I just had to pick it up. I want to keep it for myself, but then again, I feel like a chemo angel would just adore it, and I really do like it. It's very nice. But with my experiences and everything, I said this is why it's so important to get checked. Even when you feel that it may be nothing, get checked. Even when you feel it's just a tiny little bump, get checked. Even if you know your whole life you've had lumpy boobs, and there's some people that have had lumpy boobs, get checked anyway. It's better safe than sorry. My auntie, the one I call Luella, when she was going through her last, when it had already spread to different parts of her body, she did mention, she said that early on, before it got bad, she did notice that she had a lump or two, or just a lump in her breast, but she didn't think anything of it. And I heard that a few days after they buried her. I took that with me, and I thought about everything that led me up to that point of when I was diagnosed. Had I been knowledgeable, I would have caught that immediately. But the way it popped up, it's like it popped up out of the blue one day. I noticed it out of the blue, and every time I would touch it, I felt scared. It was like I had a panic attack. Like my body was telling me something, and I was ignoring it. I didn't quite understand why I felt that way every time I touch it. And then one day, I was touching it and then noticed that it grew another lump under it. And that's when I went into a full-blown panic attack. I didn't understand what was going on and why I was feeling this way and what I was feeling. I just didn't understand until my husband came to me with a dream. And he said that he had a dream that something was wrong with my breast. I made a promise to him that I would go get checked, and that's what I did. A lot has happened. It has. And I thank God every day for everything that He's done for me and my family every day. So I will end this video on the best protection is early detection. I've seen it everywhere. In the exam rooms, on the walls of the chemo office. I've seen it in the hospital on the floor that I was on, going into surgery. The best protection is early detection. Those words will go with me for the rest of my life because I'm so thankful. It could have been me. So I will spend the rest of my time uplifting others going through their journey, inspiring others to keep the faith. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's going to do it for today. And I'm sorry if this was one of those very low toned videos. But I thank you all for watching. Remember, stay blessed, stay strong, stay focused, and stay uplifted there. And I will see you again in the next video. Love y'all.